How did neoliberal reforms shape Latin America's geopolitics? Imagine a region where countries start opening their doors wider to the world, changing how they trade, govern, and relate to other nations. That's what happened in Latin America during the late 20th century. Neoliberal reforms, which became popular in the 1980s and 90s, pushed governments to reduce their control over economies. They focused on opening markets, privatizing state-owned companies, and cutting social programs. This shift meant Latin American countries became more connected to global markets and international financial institutions like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. These organizations encouraged countries to follow free market policies to boost economic growth. As these reforms took hold, countries moved away from authoritarian regimes toward democratic governments. But the social impact was mixed. While some economies grew, social inequality increased. Many people faced job insecurity, poverty, and cuts to health and education services. This created frustration and led to protests and resistance. The reforms also made Latin America more dependent on foreign investment, especially from the United States and multinational corporations. Countries became more vulnerable to global economic ups and downs, which could quickly affect local economies. On the political front, the push for free markets often weakened governments' legitimacy. Citizens felt left behind and started questioning the new economic policies. This led to the rise of leftist and progressive movements that wanted to challenge the dominance of neoliberal ideas. Some countries, like Venezuela and Bolivia, promoted alternative models emphasizing social welfare and regional cooperation. These movements often clashed with international financial institutions and foreign governments that supported neoliberal policies. Regionally, Latin America split into groups. Some nations embraced neoliberalism fully, while others sought to resist it. This created alliances and rivalries that shaped diplomatic relations and trade agreements. For example, the Bolivarian Alliance for the Peoples of Our America was formed to promote regional integration outside of U.S. influence. Culturally, many see these reforms as a form of external domination, eroding local traditions and social bonds. People began to focus more on individual success and less on community values. Resistance movements emerged, emphasizing sovereignty, social justice, and cultural pride. In practical terms, these reforms meant Latin America's economies became more tied to global markets, making them more susceptible to international shocks. They also sparked political polarization and social unrest, influencing elections and regional cooperation. Some countries formed new regional groups to oppose or find alternatives to neoliberal policies. Overall, these reforms changed Latin America's role in the world. They brought new opportunities for foreign investment and trade but also created new challenges around inequality, sovereignty, and social cohesion. The effects of these policies still influence how Latin American countries interact on the global stage today.